Yeah. We're in. It's live streaming, Tigger.
Fucking hell, that was a palaver, wasn't it?
Yes.
Just to fill everyone in, Kyle lost his internet. I didn't know what the friggin' hell I was doing with this Poxy StreamYard thing. John was trying to find memes and stuff that he couldn't find. What an absolute bollocks show. But we are here. Yes, the first live stream. Now, just got to preface this, people. The reason we are doing this now, we're going to do more of these in the future, but the reason we're doing it is because we want to absolutely cane the live stream next week for Eubank Ben, and we're hoping to do a watch along. So that is why this is a trial run for that. Okay. So, yes, bear with us on that. But yeah, hopefully Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, we'll be doing some streams. Those days are to be confirmed. But then the Saturday is the big one, and we'll be sitting here on our asses watching Eubank Ben and commenting on it, talking absolute shit. I don't know who would want to watch that.
We're going to do all of it.
Not all of it. I never said that.
Much in it. Be sat here for 4 hours, get a sore arsehole.
I didn't say all of it, you pillock. Anyway, we'll be here sitting on our asses and watching Eubank Ben. I don't know who would want to watch that, but if any of you mugs out there want to watch that, so be it. We'd love to have you here. Righto. How are we, chaps? First live stream.
Stop being funny. What the fuck is going on?
Sorry, I had to do it. Oh, I missed those. I missed those. Anyone, bit of context. Me and John, when we did Love Boxing, we used this software we're using now, and it's so much easier to add memes and little funny things. And we've got a couple of little funny things lined up. So I'm sure we'll have more as we go along. But I'm excited. I'm excited to do. I've been excited all day to do this, because we used to do this on a regs, isn't it, John? Every fucking Monday night.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Didn't have this many people in, though.
Can everyone let us know just in the comments as well? Just say if our audio's okay, and yeah, just do let us know if that's all right. You two mugs, don't get too close to the mic, all right? Anyway, yes, today Ben Whittaker and Liam Cameron. It is an absolute shit show. Frank Warren was on TalkSport yesterday, busting a blood vessel. He can't believe it. Lee Eaton as well. How have we got to fight week and we're still on? No one knows. 10 rounds, 12 rounds. Ben Shalomas wants 10 rounds. Old Frankie boy is set on 12 rounds because that's what they've signed for. But it's an absolute bollocks show. And one thing it screams to me, don't scream confidence from the Whittaker end to me. But yeah, give us your thoughts on it, Johnny B. I'll throw in some comments here.
Yeah, just this shit show, innit? Like, surely by now, give them the other contract and pay up. However much money they've asked for, whatever it is, surely just pay up. They're not going to pull the fight. They've sold out the arena. They've spent all the money on the promo, the advertising. It's being shown on Sky Sports. So sure, they're not going to pull out. So I think maybe Ben Shalom, he said in an interview that of all the people for this to happen to, it's like with Frank Warren, that Lee Eaton said as well, innit? He tried to say to him, don't tell the Warrens, like as if he's not going to do that. But yeah, so maybe they could have just got this over the line without it going into the public and that. But he said Warren has dragged this out for months when it didn't have to. So maybe it's Ben Shalom saying, well, look, the salt and pepper's over here. It's for us to decide on are we going to accept this amount or not. Maybe they know that Liam Cameron ain't going to pull out the fight because, you know, he's probably going to make the most money he's ever earned. Maybe they're just going to say, well, let's just string this out till Sunday. But I don't know. Like the optics don't look good. It just looks like, I think he said in an interview, Frank Warren, just like Mickey Mouse. But how can Liam Cameron be going into Sunday and not know whether it's 10 rounds or 12 rounds? It's nuts, isn't it? It's just madness, absolute madness. And everyone keeps saying this is nothing to do with Ben Whittaker, which is fine. Like, we're going to get to the whole the gloves are off, what they've done in a bit. But surely you've got a voice. You like to, speak up other times. Just pipe up and just say, I'm ready to go 12 rounds, bruv. If you're that guy, if you're the superstar, just say that maybe.
It's everything to do with Ben Whittaker. Ben Whittaker's the one who wants 10 rounds. Let's be honest. Everyone, Ben Whittaker, team Ben Whittaker want 10 rounds. So it's everything to do with Ben Whittaker. And Ben Whittaker, yeah, he's obviously campaigning behind the scenes for 10 rounds. So don't think it ain't nothing to do with 10. Don't think Ben Whittaker's going, oh, I don't mind 12 rounds. I don't mind that. Nah, he wants 10 rounds. Otherwise, there wouldn't be this much of a fuss.
I can't have it that it was a mistake, like an oversight with the contract. I can't have that. You got, professional legal teams looking over all these contracts with a fine tooth comb. You telling me that they didn't know it was 12 when they signed it? Oh, just missed a digit there. Oh, it's supposed to be 10. It's 12. I can't have that. I reckon
Shit
something's
happens.
gone on. No, I don't think shit like that don't happen. No chance does it happen. So I think there's something's happened in sparring. Maybe he's been dropped. Maybe, he's had a few pressure fighters come in because he knows what he's going to be dealing with in there. And I think they've gone, you know what? We're going to change this to 10. I think they've decided after. And try to play bully boy tactics, which I don't like. You're playing with, I know it's the Wild West boxing, but, there's got to be a bit of decorum, a bit of sort of professional courtesy here as well, no? Or not? You can't just change it willy-nilly when someone's signed a contract and go, you know what, take it or leave. If you don't want to fight, fuck off. I can't have it. And then you see memes like this floating about. Take that off, that comment. It's fucking unbelievable, isn't it? Like, I don't know. He's getting a bit. I think Ben's getting a bit hardened. Ben Shalom, I'm talking about, a bit hardened to all this now. I don't think he gives a shit about who he offends. I think he's got it in. Him and Frank ate each other's guts anyway. So
yeah, I
think it's a little bit now. Who's got the bigger cock, sort of thing, isn't it? That's what this is all about.
He's trying to get his own back.
He's even come on TalkSport and gone, look, it's 10 rounds. This is the Ben Whittaker show, is what he said. So I didn't like that as well, because, Liam Cameron's played his part in this. And also, how much pressure are you heaping now on Ben for this fight, saying it's the Ben Whittaker show? So,
he's put it on himself, bruv. He's put all of this on himself, Ben Whittaker. You can't say he's putting it on because it's the Ben show. Ben's been saying it's the Ben show from the get-go. Do you know what I mean? In every fight, Harry's been, embarrassing every fighter, which you've both been saying as well, doing it to sort of fighters that are definitely beneath him. But maybe, as soon as you go up a level, you're not going to do that no more. All of your, your little tricks or whatever in the ring. But I don't know, man. Like, I thought, I like Ben Whittaker. I've said it from the start. Like, I like characters in boxing like this. I like all these skills and that. But I just feel that his mouth and the way he's speaking don't match what he's doing in the ring. Whereas, like Tyson Fury, even though, I say for Tyson Fury, when you see Tyson Fury in the gloves are off, say with the Klitschko one, right? He span Klitschko around, mate, like in that gloves are off. He's so good with his mouth. Like, you asking something, he's certain in what he says. Whether you believe it or not, he fulfills that role. He's certain in how he speaks. With Ben Whittaker, there's a lot of eye rolls and gestures and not really answering questions. Like, do you think this? Like, I looked at that face off. I thought, you don't know. You're just so unsure of how to play this, whether to be too confident, whether to say you're going to stop him. He just don't know. And I think Liam Cameron's got his number, mate. You know that. I don't think he is that guy in the pro game. I really don't. I think he's going to get to him.
Didn't he make a twat of himself, not saying the injury and just batting it away? Right. I thought, Ben, you have just absolutely cemented your place as a right donut here, because that's all we wanted to know. We all wanted to know what the injury was. Okay, we didn't expect proof of it, but at least say what it bloody is. Do you know what I mean? And say what happened. Say the reason, the way that you fell. Explain exactly what the problem was. But no, nothing. Battered it away. It's almost like, the fans don't need to know. Well, the fans do need to know, because otherwise the fans are going to jump to the conclusion that you're a quitter.
Exactly.
To shake that unless you prove it or say what it is. Even if you'd have said it, people would have probably believed it, but at least say it. But yeah.
Sorry, just before you carry on, John, we just had a super chat. I just want to read it out. So messages are coming in thick and fast. I don't want to miss any super chats. So thanks for the super chats, everyone. From Happy Chappy, can see Whittaker getting stopped or knocked out on this one. Love the show, boys. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, Happy Chappy.
I mean, are we going straight forward into early predictions? Because I'm on a bit of a flip-flop one on this one, a little bit. I'm going to tell you why in a minute. I was Liam Cameron. I'm not flip-flopping completely.
It's a treble flip-flop.
No, I was never Ben Whittaker. Come on.
You're
Me.
coming
What,
over this
the
side,
first
bruv.
fight you
You're
was.
coming
The
over
first
this
fight
side,
you
didn't
was.
you?
First fight I was, just because I just thought he'd have too much. But yeah, I mean, look, talking about the face-off, the gloves are off. What are they called? It's called the gloves are
I
off.
don't know.
isn't it?
They changed, didn't they? The one, if they got like the not the copyright, the trademark, gloves are off, whatever. Go on.
Anyway, first things first, Johnny Nelson is the governor at the gloves are off. There ain't no one better on planet Earth than
You
him.
got the fucking earpiece in.
He's so, no, I don't
Yeah,
know.
exactly.
No,
Exactly.
remember Dev Sandwich told me that don't really happen. Did Dev say that?
We heard it. We heard Johnny
heard
Nelson's got
it.
earpiece in. We can hear it.
Anyway, the way he
I
kind of
said
leans,
that, I
he
said
leans
that, and you
over,
both
then he
thought I was
goes,
lying.
so, what do you think then? He's like really prodding away at everyone. And I just think his line of questioning was brilliant. One thing I will say, I was a bit shocked how it seemed like a bit of an ambush on Ben Whittaker. The amount of questions fired over at Ben Whittaker about the injury, persisting on what was wrong. He asked it 3 or 4 times. I'm thinking, this is your Sky Fighter. Hasn't Ben Shalom filled you in to say, you know what, ask him once, but then move on to the next topic? I don't know whether there's something going on behind the scenes with Ben and his contractual agreement with Sky as to why maybe that line of questioning was pushed as much as Johnny Nelson pushed it, because he didn't stop asking him. Got to a point when I was feeling a bit uncomfortable watching it.
Oh, mate.
Clearly, wait. He didn't really answer the question. He sidestepped it. Obviously, not answering it is basically answering it for me. You know what I mean? If you were innocent in that whole situation, then you would have just gone, look, my ankle was injured. I've got the thing. My doctors know, blah, blah, blah. And you'd have got maybe a little bit angry about it. But the way he was batting it off with sarcasm and bit of irony and this, that, and the other, I just thought, you know what? You're guilty, man. Everyone knows now what you mean by the way you're acting. And I just don't think Ben Whittaker was prepared for that line of questioning. Because I thought Johnny Nelson, I was like, shit, they don't normally protect their Sky Fighters.
Nah, mate, they have to ask this question. This is the whole selling point of the fight. This is Ben Whittaker. This is the next superstar, the guy that's going to clean up the division. That's how he's being promoted. All the flicks and tricks that he's doing in the ring, like all going viral and all that, looks the part, talks the part. This is that guy. This is who everyone was pointing at, saying, this is that guy, right? So now all of a sudden, you go over the ropes, and like I've watched it about 20 times. He goes over the ropes. He lays down on the floor. Don't go to grab his ankle straight away. He just lays there, big huff puff, looking up at the sky, and he's sitting there. And in my opinion, he's thinking himself, I've got to get out of this fight, because it was getting on top of him. So for me, that's the whole selling point. So he's got to ask the question and talk about it. I thought that Johnny Nelson was teeing him up with a few questions in there, man. That's what I was thinking. Even Liam Cameron had to say at one point, come on, Johnny, be straight down the middle. Because he said to Ben Whittaker, he goes, I know that you thought to yourself that you know the truth. So you just thought maybe you don't have to go out there and explain everything. And that's when Cameron come in and said, 1 minute is your ankle. Your promoter's saying it's your neck, saying it's your back. But this is the thing with Whittaker. It's like, just
pussy in the crack. It's all over the place, isn't it?
I don't think he's been. And like even at the end when he goes, did you underestimate Liam Cameron? And then Whittaker went, like, it's like you don't want to say yeah, you don't want to say no, and it's like almost trapped. Just fucking speak your truth, bruv. We say this all the time. You ain't got to be a trash talker, but if like we say about Fabio Wardley, love Fabio Wardley, he doesn't do all the trash talking maybe like Joel Miller, but you ask him a question, he says, I'm going to knock this guy out. That's all you got to say. But he just and are in the middle, not really saying much, deflecting questions.
Yeah, I've seen this comment has been put in a couple of times. Thank you, Mike Matthews, and whoever else has put that in. Appreciate that. Is that a fact, is it? That he's had 3 other fighters approach to take Liam's place? To take Liam's place? Hold on. To take Liam's place? Don't you mean Ben's place?
No, Liam, in case he pulls out, no?
Oh, right. I see. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. I'm way off. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah. Fuck knows. Because it's by the sounds of it, the way Frank was talking yesterday, he said, the way things are going, we're not going to know until Friday when Big Mo, when Big Mo announces 10 rounds or 12 rounds when they're jumping on the scales. And it's going to kick off there and then, isn't it? It's going to be like Frank Warren's going to be there like, you can fuck right off. 10 rounds.
Who's paying this money? this number, what they're after, right? This extra money that Liam Cameron deserves, in my opinion, right? If he's signed for a 12-round fight and that's in his favour, he deserves that extra money. Whose pocket's that coming out of? Ain't coming out of Ben Whittaker's pocket. It's coming out of Ben Shalom's pocket. So how much is Ben Shalom even earning out of this fight? What is he on? 10% of Ben Whittaker's purse? How much is Ben Whittaker's purse for this? So he can't. It's all his money, isn't it? How much is he actually earning out of this fight? So that is all Ben Shalom's.
I don't think Ben Shalom decides. I think Team Whittaker have gone, you know what, we want 10 rounds now, not 12. I'm convinced of that. I'm convinced that it wasn't some sort of error but with an oversight. I think they've changed it midway through the camp. That's what I believe.
But I'm saying.
So he's gone to Ben Shalom and gone, look, we want 10 rounds. Ben Shalom's obviously now having to keep Ben Whittaker. It's not really.
Homo's outside your door, bro.
But yeah, I'm thinking they've gone to Ben Shalom and stuck it on him and gone, listen, we want 10 rounds. You need to make this happen. We've got one fight left. If not, we're doing one over to fucking TNT or whatever. You know, you just don't know. You just don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a bad look. I just don't think the way Ben Shalom's handled it afterwards, going on TalkSport and just giving it Bertie big bollocks a little bit. I don't like it. You know what I mean? It's just all a little bit much. And if Ben Whittaker loses this fight after all of this, after he's demanding done. 10 rounds, where can he possibly go from here? Like, you're going to do ask him. Yeah, well, no one in Misfits going to have him. He's too good.
Yeah.
They might have to go over to Conor McGregor's bare knuckle or something. Fuck knows.
Bloody, he gets some injuries in that, mate. Right, okay, so there's nowhere else to go now. Got our ears predictions, haven't we? And Cara, I'm fascinated by your predicto because you flip-flopped like fucking 400 times. I'm going to say that I'm sticking with Ben because I just think I like the Andy Lee matchup. I tell you what, Andy Lee is acquiring some fighters at the minute.
Yeah, mate.
Chiraz as well. He's going to have the best day. They're all. It was Ben Davison last year. Now it's Andy Lee. Anyway,
he's got Paddy Donovan, Parker, Chiraz, and Whittaker. Yeah.
So I like the Andy Lee matchup, and I think Andy Lee's going to come up with a nice little Parker Wilder sort of game plan. Keep him on the outside. Don't get too involved, and just pick him off really. And I think Ben has got the speed and the ability to do that. I don't like this aggressive Ben. It don't work. It clearly don't work when he's in there with someone who can take his power. So, yeah, I think it'll be a Ben sort of, pick off from the outside. And I think he'll just walk away on points. Whether my prediction changes, if it's 12 rounds, maybe I'd say that Liam Cameron might win a couple more rounds, but I'd probably still go Ben. And that pains me to say that a little bit because we had Liam Cameron on and I thought he was a top guy, and he really is a top bloke. But yeah, I just think Ben might have this game plan to win. Johnny B, we'll go to you next.
I'll throw a question over to you quickly before I say. So if that does happen, he dances around on the back foot, tries to limit the engagement. If he wins like that, what does that do to his star power going forward and the new contract maybe that's looming for Sky Sports or anyone else that wants him? What does that do to him and his star power, do you reckon?
Well, his star power's quite low at the minute anyway. So the worst thing that can happen is if he loses this fight, obviously. I think he just needs to get through it. Like he said, this time I'm going to take it seriously and I'm going to go in there and try and do a demolition job. That's what he said. To words to that effect in the Gloves Are Off or something like that, or in one of the interviews I saw. But I thought, hold on a minute, Ben. You come into the first fight, you didn't showboat. You were in Saudi. You was having to impress Turkey Al Sheikh, who was the main man. I don't know if he's the main man anymore. I don't know if he's part of everything now. But anyway, we'll talk about that later. You're coming in there, you wanted to do a demolition job. So you took it very seriously, that fight, and it all went catastrophically wrong. So now I don't see how you're going to go in there and take it even more seriously. I just think he's going to be not using that game plan that he come in with last time. Anyway, to answer your question, John, yeah, I don't know. It's not going to do him any favors, but he just needs to win.
He brought me down to Marble Arch, up to fucking Marble Station, down to King's Cross, come back. Where do you want to go, mate?
In answer to your question, it don't do a lot. It don't do a lot for him. But he just needs to get through it, start again. He just needs to get through it and start again.
And then maybe pick someone not as good as Liam Cameron. That
Oh,
question
yeah,
at
go
the end, did you
backwards.
underestimate him? 100% underestimated him. Sorry, who put this super chat in?
There's a few super chats. I know, like
Stanley.
we're having a chat.
Read that out. That's clever, though, isn't it? Why don't they just do 11 rounds? Done.
Good idea.
Yeah. Well, it's all about, as I said earlier, who's got the bigger Corey at this point, and they just want to flex their muscles. Team Whittaker.
What's you and Corey's, man? Keep mentioning Corey's.
Oh, no,
today.
no, sorry.
This is interesting.
Anyway, yeah, go on.
Yeah, did he have more success than people are giving him credit? Maybe he did.
It was close, but I mean, look, at the time the fight stopped, Cameron was slightly ahead. I know what he's saying there. Black Panther, thank you for the comment, mate. But just before I continue on, there's been a couple of other super chats. We have to read all the super
Bloody
chats.
hell, is it? I'm so sorry about this.
No, it's all right. Me and John used to do this. So
yeah.
Proper, you're an absolute legend. Thanks for your videos from James Hanan.
Legend James, appreciate it, bruv.
And the one from Liam Roscoe. By the way, John, it's easier now to see the super chats. Can you see from when we used to do it before? It's on the starred section on the right hand side.
I can't fucking see him.
Yeah, that's because you're fucking blind. Anyway, Liam Roscoe. Liam needs to stay disciplined. He gave Ben an out in the first fight, and Andy Lee will be into the ref at the first sign of dirty boxing. Yeah, I think, you know what? It's a good point with the ref. I think the ref's going to play a massive part in determining the outcome of this fight. Really, really is. Whether he lets Liam Cameron work on the inside, I don't know. I don't know if he does. As soon as they tie up, are we going to get another Joe Cortez type fight? Listen, I was Liam Cameron all the way until I watched the gloves are off. And I saw a different Ben Whittaker. I think the old Ben Whittaker, who would have stood there and insulted his nose and talked about his clothes, I think that Whittaker's gone. I think he's had a few people wrap around him and told him, look, you got to change, mate. Like, this ain't working. You're doing it to journeyman. You've stepped up a slight level, hasn't worked out. You're going to just ruin your whole career. And all this, like, well, I used to argue with both of you about it. It's like, how many clicks is he getting? Everyone's talking about him. That's fine. Everyone talks about Bonnie Blue as well and Lily Phillips. Do you know what I mean? Is that how you want to be famous? Yeah, but is that how you want to be famous? It's like, you know, everyone just insulting you all the time. I don't think that's the way to do it.
Well, hold on a minute. So if he
my
does,
flow.
Go on.
No, go on. If he does, go on.
If he does lose, though, to Liam Cameron, right? If he does lose, and he's not that guy, because the amateurs are different from the pro game, right? And if he isn't that guy, he can sail off and sit on a beach and drink out of a coconut and not worry about shit because he's a millionaire. So,
no, how much do you think he's made so far?
Didn't he get like £1 million contract?
A million. Million. That's a big ass up North London. That's all it is. And a car.
Bigger than a small house.
You can't retire in $1 million, John. You can't retire in $1 million.
He can. He's probably got a few little buy-to-let properties. He's got endorsements as well. So all
those do you know him?
And tricks. Well,
that's
I'm just saying. Yes. You see the thumbnail. You see how smooth he looks in the thumbnail.
Hold on, I ain't seen this. Thanks for the super chat, Lewis Broadway. Did you see Ben splitting?
100%.
Do you know what I thought he said at first? Spitting with Ben Shalom. I thought he had to was sitting there doing freestyle raps.
100%.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I think this is the last fight, whichever way it goes. I think he's got one fight left. I think this is it. It's the end of.
And then Eddie Earn's usually sniffing around, isn't he? And I noticed Eddie Earn in an interview saying this is that he sort of digged Ben out a little bit, saying he should be piping up and maybe fighting 12. So I thought, all right, maybe you're not sniffing around no more. Maybe you think he's going to lose as well.
Right.
Anyway, so after watching Ben Whittaker do his little thing on the gloves are off, I'm thinking he's clearly been humbled here. Didn't have any response to any of the questions. He was just batting them away, looked guilty as sin. So I'm thinking the new Ben Whittaker that gets in the ring, if his ego has gone and he's not trying to slip at the last minute and make you pay and stick his tongue out and be all stupid, if he fights on the outside and if his ego, as I say, has left him and he's happy enough to hold when Liam Cameron gets in and not try and think he's better in every area and every aspect of boxing, because he's not. Because Liam Cameron's an excellent inside fighter. If he can hold and just find the right times to make it messy, break on the outside, Ben Whittaker probably wins this fight on points. If his gas tank can hold up to the pressure, all that nervous energy. So whilst I was semi-flip-flopping back to Ben, I'm going to stick with Liam. I am going to stick with Liam because I feel like the pressure might be too much for Ben Whittaker. But it's a lot closer now than I would have given it credit for, I think, after the rematch. After that first fight, I thought Liam Cameron would just get in and walk through him. I really did. You know, that Ben Whittaker that shows up thinking he's the man, arms down and all that, slipping your head. That you're not going to win any type of major honors like that. I don't think you are, because you can't punch. You can't clean people out of one shot like Nassim could back then.
Yeah, we didn't know he couldn't punch, though, did we? Until the Whittaker fight, the fucking Liam Cameron fight, because he had 5 knockouts out of 6, and then he had the Aaron Yecker fight, didn't he, and the Willings fight, and it was like, oh, okay, we're not too sure about his power, and then Whittaker showed it. Cameron showed it up completely, because as the levels are progressing, his power is digressing, isn't it? So yeah.
So for me, when I watched Whittaker against Ezra, it was that fight. And you remember when he went towards the end of the round, he went to walking back to the corner.
Aaron Yecker.
Yeah, remember he went to he went to walking back to the round. Then he put the nut in on him. Do you remember that? When he put the nut on him, and then he just didn't do nothing about him, and he didn't have no bad intentions, no spite. In what you doing? You tried to nut me. I thought, I don't know. Are you that guy? Like, I don't know any sort of top fighters that are going to suffer that. Another fighter tries to headbutt them, and they've not got that sort of fighter within them. I'm thinking, are you, the amateurs? We heard.
Imagine Dillian White in that situation.
See, most fighters, even like your silky boxers, they've got that in them. You start trying to put a nut in on them, they're going to have something about them. So in the amateurs are not trying to hurt each other. They're trying to score points. You maybe not hitting with 100% power. Have you? Maybe when it gets to the pro game and you just need that little bit of Tony Bellew go on about in the trenches and that. Maybe he ain't got that. And then in the Liam Cameron fight, he was holding his feet and standing there and trading with him when we all thought, oh, why is he not on the back foot, maybe pot shotting a little bit more? But what Kai just said, when he was inside and he was throwing those body shots and upstairs, nothing. I watched the fight again yesterday. Nothing bothered Cameron. There weren't one time I really see Cameron wince from a body shot, and he was hitting him around the body. There weren't any shot that he could jab, those jabs that was coming straight through the gloves. Didn't really rock his head back. He never, ever took a step back. He kept coming forward. He ate everything. And I mean, the first 2 rounds was definitely Whittaker's. The third round, I think I gave it to Cameron. But if someone gave it to Whittaker, I could sort of see it. And then after that, I think he finished in the 6th. The other 2 rounds I gave to Cameron. But he was getting stronger. And you could see Whittaker in the corner, breathing heavy. He didn't have an answer for him. So even if he goes on the back foot, you're going to have to hold your feet and stop and trade. But if whatever you've got is not going to make a difference because you've got no power in your shots.
You've got to hold then, innit? You've got to hold.
He was trying to hold.
I know in the rematch, if he can make it messy on the inside and frustrate Liam Cameron, he's the better fighter on mid to long range. Ben Whittaker is. He just is. See him in the Olympics. He's got all the skills in the world. So even like when he was irritating me doing that to Journeyman, you could still see the skill set involved there
in the Olympics.
No, even early sort of first 4 or 5 fights when he's doing that.
That's not Liam Cameron though.
I know. So he tried to do the same to Liam Cameron. He's got to throw his ego out of the window, turn up in the ring, and understand this is a live opponent. You are not streets ahead of Liam Cameron. If he can get that in his nut, then I think Ben Whittaker's got enough skills. If he just plays it right, he's got Andy Lee, great coach to have. He'll humble him and tell him about himself. I'm sure of it. And I think he's got enough to beat him on points. But I don't think he will, because I feel like Liam Cameron.
Stop using your fake Cockney accent, Kai. You fucking knob.
Do your real accent. Kai, do your real accent.
This is my real accent. This is how I talk. Sometimes it depends, innit? Do you know when you get cab drivers all knocking around with each other? That's the worst. You know, those green huts dotted around London. I can't go in those places. Fucking pasta salt, you cunt, and all that. It's terrible, isn't it? But yeah, Cockney comes in and out. I try to do you know what I try to do? Try and sound more professional, but then just can't. It's impossible.
You are what you are, mate.
Anyway, after all this, Kyle, we need your prediction because you said you were.
I was, but then I've gone back to Liam Cameron. So it's going to be a close
conversation.
Fight. Yeah, it's going to be a close fight. I think Ben Whittaker. I give him much more of a chance now because I saw his mindset and the gloves are off. I saw the way he was. He was clearly humbled. I think he's going to have a lot of good information passed down to him by Andy Lee. So I think he'll go in there and respect Liam Cameron this time. But I think Liam Cameron will nick it. If it's close, though, I just don't want Liam Cameron to get fucked on the scorecards because that would really piss me off.
Yeah. Johnny B, what are you going for?
Yeah. I'm going for Cameron. I watched it again yesterday, and I just think that 10 rounds is enough. And I know what I see with Whittaker, breathing heavy in the corner, round 2, round 3. And even if he's on the back foot, I'd be interested to see how big this ring is. Maybe he does get in there and he just completely like hit and move, and he tries to just keep out the way the whole fight. But I don't know. I feel like he's going to have...
Sorry, John. We used to do this to each other. Sorry, I couldn't help it. It just popped up. I'm sorry when you're in mid-fight. I apologise. That's annoying.
Bert and Ernie, innit?
Guy in the middle looks like character.
That type of banter is welcome round here. Arm Planet.
Yeah,
Arm Planet. I wonder why I picked that name. Fucking hell. We missed the super chat. Let me just quickly read it, Johnny. You can finish off. Thank you, Whoa Betty.
Whoa, Black Betty. Yeah.
Whoa, Black Betty. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, no. Anyway. Go on, John.
Legend.
I just see a guy on the left looks like Frotch. That's obviously me, innit? Am I on the left when they're looking at it? Yeah.
It's my turn next, innit? I'm getting it soon, man.
I'm waiting for it to come up, innit? So look, anyway, I just think that I know what I see, and I think if he can just keep coming forward with no regard for Ben Whittaker's power, and I just don't know he's got the power, but he's gone with Andy Lee, the Kronk connection, whatever, the sitting down, planting your feet, generating that power. That's what they're known for. So Andy Lee's got that. It's a perfect fit for him, isn't it, really, Andy Lee? But then he was with fucking Sugar Hill, wasn't he, for a little bit? That didn't really work out. But he's still talking about he's a father figure now and that. And I'm not sure, I just got to quickly say, did you notice in that Gloves Are Off that he said, I don't lie, I'm a Christian. Did you hear that? Him say that? Then after, about 5 minutes later, he blatantly lied. I thought, oh, fucking get out of here, man. But
that's fury, innit?
I know. I thought I was watching.
I'm a God-fearing man. You ugly tooth rabbit motherfucker. Yeah.
I know. But yeah, so I don't know. I just think that I feel like I going off confidence in terms of the Gloves Are Off. For me, if I'm that guy and I know that I've got your number, when I'm getting questions fired to me by Nelson or by my opponent sitting there, I'm precise and direct with what I'm saying because I know it and I feel it. But if I'm a little bit ambiguous with my answers now, we'll see. All sitting back trying to disengage. It's because you don't know. And maybe you don't want to be made to be even more of a fool than you already are because everyone's saying, oh, you're not that guy after you giving it the big one. So I think he'd be more certain. So I think Cameron's got his number and I think he's going to, you can take some early rounds, bruv, but I will get to you and I'll walk you down and that'll be it. God.
Do you know the moment I said that, I thought I'm gonna get fucking annihilated. That is so good.
You have got a Concord tune, bruv.
Yeah, I ain't been told that before. I've been called all sorts. Desperate Dan.
Well, there we go. Have we done that to death? Have we
done it to absolute death? I think should we just do the undercard before we move on?
Can't wait. Is there a fucking undercard? Oh,
mate, big up Fraser Clark. Yeah, he's had a hole in his head and he's fucking back, ready to throw down. Big up Fraser Clark.
Yeah,
honestly, good fight to take as well. That Tete is game as a goose.
Soldier.
He's game, mate. Like if I'm Fraser, I mean, I don't know if I'd take that fight after having a hole put in my cranium. I'd probably want a bit of an easier one, easier touch. And I know he's not much to look at.
I think you're overdoing it a bit with Titty.
I know, but he was game. We saw him against Dillian White. He didn't stop coming forward. He getting peppered to hell, and he just didn't stop coming forward. So good for Fraser Clark, and I hope he can resurrect his career because I like Fraser. I think he sticks around for a bit. And people forget as well that first Wardley fight was nip and tuck, and a lot of people had Fraser winning that. Now Wardley's fighting Big Baby Miller's going to go on and fight for a world title soon. So these are the fine margins in the sport. So Fraser's not done by any means. And those big fellas, when they hit each other, catch it in the right place. You know, you could break a jaw, smash an eye socket. This time he got him in his head and put a hole in the head. These are big lumps hitting each other. So Fraser's not shit all of a sudden, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll see what happens.
And he's going to get the winner of TKV and Adelaide? Do you reckon they'll do the rematch and then he'll get the winner? So
Why not?
Well,
It's great set up, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely.
will it
Absolutely.
be, or will it be Johnny Fisher and Dave Allen? Winner of that? Who knows?
One of them.
well, no, if TKV wins, and what I mean, going by that first fight, who would you say wins the second fight, Adelaide or TKV?
I think Adelaide will get to him again.
Do you reckon?
I'm all on board that was an illegal punch and everything, and it should have been a no contest. And TKV was winning the fight, but I just think this time he'll get to him, Adelaide. Yeah, I mean, you've already seen that he's got enough power to spark him out, hasn't he?
Early predictions TKV for me.
Really?
Yeah, he was winning
Me
that
and all.
fight, so there's no reason why he can't win it again. He's going to come better and fitter and stronger next time, and I think he beats him on points. But I love the other fight on the card, by the way.
Go on.
Fucking hell, Sam Egerton, Lee Cutler. Jesus
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Christ, what a fight that is! By the
I'm
way,
so glad to see Egerton keep getting. Do you know what I mean? Getting another TV slot. The amount of wars that geezer's been in, like fucking good for him, man.
Well, on that question, right? We've all given Joe Joyce a lot of stick that he takes a lot of punishment. He should probably quit. Should we be shouting that to Egerton?
Good point. It's a good
it's a
point.
good point. Good point. Don't know. I don't know who I've got in that fight. I thought Lee Cutler was massively impressive last time out. Who did he beat? McKenna, right?
Yeah.
I thought he was really impressive. I don't know. That's a really, really good. It's a good card. And if you marry it up next to the fucking Matchroom card,
He's matched
I
with
know-
a card this weekend.
I know we've been digging out Ben Shalom like at the beginning of the show, but we got to give him some props for this. Actually, in terms of a card on Easter Sunday, I'm really excited about it. It's three really good fights on there. So give Boxer some credit there. But yeah, the Matchroom card is
Not the
oh
best.
dear. How much can we say on it, Unk? Because obviously they're
No.
your employer.
Far away you go.
He don't care, does he?
Don't be
He don't
saying
care.
shit like that. Even I'm fully on board with it's not the best. Yeah. I said it. We said this
poor.
before. Dalton Smith. We love Dalton Smith, and he's a brilliant fighter. I just we're all a bit in danger of getting bored of his career. Maybe that's not all his fault because I feel like the Azim stuff was totally just they almost sidelined him with that Azim stuff, didn't they? Like they tried to make that Harlem Eubank fight or tried to go, oh, look, we're going to fight Harlem Eubank, and that never materialized. That left Dalton Smith in the lurch. So it's all a bit, again, it's all a bit Ben Shalom-y. It stinks of Ben Shalom. Like, let's keep you away from Dalton Smith. So not all Dalton Smith's fault. However, I feel like Eddie could have found a bit of a better opponent than Jermaine. And his last bloke, who is he? Know what I mean? So
Yeah, who is he and Jermaine?
Yeah, is that he's number one, isn't he? So he's mandatory to Puello, right? But Puello's got a voluntary. So in their defense, maybe they're like, right, let's just keep him busy, Dalton Smith. And then after Puello's had these voluntary, he has to fight Dalton Smith. So then he gets a shot at the WBC world title. So why risk it? But fucking come on now. Since what Zepeda, what have we had? It's like he's talking him up like he's this guy. Put him in a fight that's grabs the attention of all the fans. That they're just saying, are they?
That's the problem, and this is a real problem with fighters when they beat someone like Zepeda and then they go backwards and they fight Usyk and Jermaine. It's like you're supposed to push on from there.
Yeah, and if it is a keep busy fight and he's the name, right? And he's the one who's going to be the world champion in the future. And, you're really backing him. Stack out the undercard then. He's over there in America, fucking, do you know what I mean? With Boots and Stanley Onis and we're a global company and all that. But you've just lost your grip on the UK market. I know you got Ben and Eubank coming up. It's going to be like one of the biggest fights. But where's the big UK shows, man?
Well, it's funny you say that, Johnny B. Usyk versus Dubois 2 at Wembley. On July the 12th, I think. Now, do we want to talk about this now, yeah?
Go, mate. Go, float boy.
Now, don't know about you, but I ain't heard much about Senor Turkey in regard to this fight. And, haven't seen him sharing much, haven't seen him talking about it, haven't heard his name mentioned alongside it. So, is this a Riyadh season card or is it not?
It's all gone quiet.
What's going on? It's all gone a bit quiet. It's all gone a bit Dana White, TKO-y quiet.
Yep.
Can't be a Riyadh card because of that tweet he put out when he said,
What
"Oh
tweet?
wow." As soon as it kind
Oh,
of got
yeah.
attention, he,
Oh,
he went,
yeah.
"Oh wow, really? Didn't know about that." So listen, all right.
Trouble in paradise.
Frank Warren was doing fights before Turki Al Sheikh was born. No disrespect to Turki Al Sheikh, but he's new in the game. Frank Warren's been about, he knows everyone and fucking anyone you can imagine in the sport. So he's not going to allow anyone to kind of mess with his business model, I suppose. So if he wants to do something, he's just going to go ahead and do it. How many times has he resurrected his promotional career, you know, after the stuff with Satanta and he's come back and now he's on top of the tree again. So this is just, I suppose, a reminder to Turki Al Sheikh, everyone in Saudi Arabia, anyone else watching that billionaires that want to get involved and infiltrate the sport. You need good promoters and you need people that know what they're doing in the sport. And Frank Warren, there's not many better than him. And this is just proof to anyone that, you know what, we can put on these big fights. We can put them on in Wembley or Tottenham or wherever. Not Tottenham, fuck Tottenham. But you know what I mean? You can put them on anywhere. We don't really
up there to pitch.
We don't really need you. The one thing I'm thinking is how you feeling, John? Now these stacked cards are going to start dwindling away.
No, mate. Well,
you must be happy.
Oh yeah, fucking hell. Yeah, well happy.
He must be over the moon. We're getting Dalton Smith versus Jermaine and a shit undercard. John must be like,
we were getting these
watch this week.
We were getting these anyway. So what is Usyk Dubois shit night, is it?
Well, it depends on the undercard. Could be shit, innit?
Well, this is another question. Does that sell out Wembley on its own? Don't know if it does, you know. It's got to have a good undercard, I reckon.
No, I think it does. No, I think it does. Yeah.
Don't know, though. It might not sell as quick as you think.
Not the first fight wouldn't have done, but after what he's just done to AJ and after what Usyk's just done to Fury twice, I think it does. Both of their stocks
disagree, man.
Pretty high, innit?
I disagree. His stocks lowered after the Parker conundrum.
What people are still talking about him, rightly or wrongly, whatever the situation is, Dubois is still very much in people's the end of their lips.
Do you reckon that's the real AJ? Big up, AJ. Thank you for your super chat, AJ, bruv. Hope to see you fighting again soon.
I hope not to see you on the streets.
Right. Well, yeah. Okay. So I'm pretty sure I know what the answer is going to be to this.
He ain't doing any more videos.
He's a legend, mate. I don't watch all of it all the time, but when I do, mate, he's funny as fuck.
He ain't done no videos for ages, old Ty. Has he?
Don't know.
Does live streams and all that without showing his face. I saw it last time. I'm like, no. I want to see you sitting there with your fucking Echo Falls, big spliff hanging out your mouth. That's what makes me laugh.
spitting in your own front room.
So anyway, they've done Parker very dirty, haven't they? Let's be honest.
It's because he's beat, you know, obviously he's beat AJ at Wembley, so he's got the other piece of the puzzle. But I was in the camp of, you had your shot at Usyk, like the other boys, and you lost. You got beat, right? So for me, Parker ain't had his shot. I don't know if the style of Parker, you know, is good enough to beat Usyk. I know that Usyk, he done Fury twice, he done AJ twice, and for me, he beat Dubois convincingly. I don't think it was a low blow, so I don't really need to see it again. But they're banking on it. This new 2.0 Dubois that he's going to go in there, take that off of Usyk, and obviously Fury and AJ come back into play. It'd probably be the best thing for boxing if Dubois could go in there and beat Usyk, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
I don't know, man. Don't know.
Although I think Dubois' only hope is if Usyk has aged overnight.
This is it.
I don't know. I just think while Usyk's got a hole in his ass, I don't think he loses in a boxing ring. I really don't. I just think he's just too good, and I think he'll be too good again. Even though the body shot did land, I know a lot of people trying to convince me it didn't land. It was a low blow, wasn't it? A low blow. I don't know. Dubois stock, I don't think it's gone down, but I think it's the opinion of him now, considering he just dropped out the way he did. There wasn't no, press conference or any correspondence from him after the Parker situation. He just went missing for 2 weeks. That's left a bad taste in everyone's mouth. So I think a lot of people sadly will be Team Usyk still on that, just because of that situation.
Yeah.
It's sad, isn't it?
Do you
I think
think?
Dubois, after beating AJ, Dubois was like the darling when he was the one taking over the heavyweight division for us Brits.
You think that everyone, 100% don't believe Dubois about that?
There's a lot of people on the fence. There's a lot of people think it's very strange the way he just left. No press when Conor Ben got popped.
Loads of people.
He come out and done a press conference there and then, half hour later, whatever, a couple of hours later, while all the undercard was still doing their warm up in the fucking ring.
Yeah, when he popped, Dubois was ill.
I know he hasn't popped, but he should still come out and speak to all the fans that have travelled and booked hotels and just give them something. Do you know what I mean? Cheers, Aidan Gilling. Appreciate that, mate. But yeah, I think he should have done that, and I think that's left a bit of a bad taste in everyone's mouth. So, do I want to see it? Do I want to see it? Of course, I want to see it. I think it should be Joe Parker, though.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm same. I can't see any difference to the first time round. I think Dubois looked amazing against AJ. Looked amazing against AJ. Looked amazing against not amazing against Ergovic and Big Baby Miller, but he looked good and he come through hell there. So he is the new Dubois 2.0. But this is Usyk 1.0, and that's all we've ever needed. And he's just always been too good.
Is it 1.0 though? It might be 0.8 now. As you say, he might have slowed down.
That
He's
is
had
the thing,
big wars with AJ.
No.
Might have took a lot out of him. The Fury fight. I mean, these are big 12-round fights.
Is he 39, 38? I mean, it's going to happen one day. It's good, and it's going to show very soon, whether it's this fight or the next. He knows he's only got one or two left, though, to be fair.
I was listening to Don Charles and Kieran Farrell on an interview the other day, and they were saying that this new Dubois, something's just clicked, and like in training, he's doing stuff we was asking him to do before, and it weren't quite working. But since the AJ fight, he's in the ring, he's training, and it's just all coming together. Whether it's the shot selection, little steps to the side, setting things up. So as you say, I know that's their fighter. They're going to say that they're going to build it up. They want to sell the fight. But, we've definitely seen an improvement. Like, look at this guy. Let's say the guy against Joe Joyce. Let's say, you look at this guy that's got in there, the Miller, the Hergovic, the AJ fight. He looks like a different beast. He looks like a different animal. If he hits Usyk, he could go. He could go. And that's the thing. If you've got a big, heavy-hitting heavyweight like Dubois, that's now got the resume to back it up, the fight will sell. Because if he does connect, he could go.
Do you know what? While we're on the heavyweights, can I just move the topic along to something else? Is that all right?
Yeah.
I just want to address this.
I know exactly where you're going. Yeah.
So Lawrence Okoli's been a busy boy.
Hold on.
Recently.
Do that super chat, son. There's a super chat there. Then do it.
Yeah, let's do the super chat.
Oh.
Let's do the super chat. Where is it? Deep Random Thinker. I think we're all that as well. So I love the name.
Cheers, Deep.
If our undisputed pound for pound king wants to knock quadruple knee out with another jab this time at Wembley Stadium, so be it. He can fight who he wants. Yep, exactly. Very that. True.
Yeah,
exactly that. He ain't got nothing to prove.
It's true.
Yeah, I mean Usyk, big up Usyk. We all think Dubois would be a harder test than Parker. No matter who deserves it more, Parker or Dubois. We all think Dubois would be the harder test. And Usyk, to his credit, like he's done throughout his career, he's just gone, yep, okay, bring it on. Do you know what I mean? I'll have Dubois again, and I'll shut you all up. So,
didn't he have Dubois as a little keep busy before the big Fury fight?
Yeah. That was a keep busy fight. Unbelievable, wasn't it? Looking back.
Before I move on, does anyone know what's happening with the WBO? Because they called the WBO called Joe Parker Usyk. Does anyone know? Has that been exempt? Is there exemption on that?
It's been tossed to the fucking side, isn't it?
Fucking asking the two wrong people, ain't I? Fucking
mate. When you phone up
made Dubois versus Usyk.
Fucking hell.
They've just made Dubois versus Usyk, so I reckon it's been tossed to the side.
Because that would mean Parker would fight the interim, which is going to be. It's not. Parker could fight Moses if it's been dumped to the side. I don't know. Anyway,
Parker. Wait, hold on. Who does Parker fight then? Because
AJ. He's going to fight AJ.
I think AJ's going to fight. I think he's going
Wilder.
No, he's going to or Dillian White while he waits for Fury.
No, Dillian White. Let me move on to the next topic.
Yeah.
Go on, then.
Let's get rid of this. So
Thank you for the super chat, mate.
Cheers,
Big up,
Matt
Will.
Willery.
Matt.
Big up.
Thank you,
big
mate.
up. The
Appreciate
proper
that.
boys. Cheers, fella. Right, so now we're on the topic of Dillian White. Lawrence Okoli posted this. Although we've had, oh my God, I don't even know if I want to read this.
Oh, go on.
But it's out there in the
read it.
public domain. I'll read it.
Read it.
Although we've had our differences in the past, I'd like to wish Dillian White a happy birthday and peaceful retirement. He's been a great ambassador for the sport and proves being juiced off your tits isn't a recipe for success. It's inspiring to see him leave the sport on a high after his recent pay-per-view shows against Tete. Pay-per-view. Tete and Hammer. Just the sarcasm in this is ridiculous. I truly believe that these are the kind of shows that shape the landscape of boxing into what it is today and encourage powerhouses like Riyadh Season and TKO to enter boxing. Now this, right? Where is it? Let me get rid of it. You silly fucker.
I couldn't help it. I had to put it in.
Well,
We lost the fucking banner up the top.
that was your
fucking
Bosh.
put the banner up.
So Lawrence did an interview as well, digging out Dillian White. I don't know if he forgot Dillian White, man. He could get all the fucking goons on him from South London, mate. He carries on. Do you know what I mean? He could get all the boys down around. I think Lawrence had some choice words to say about him before when he tried to call him out on the sparring. Didn't he post a sparring video a few years back when he was
That
up
was a
against the
different
rope?
Dillian White.
But that was a difference, Lawrence as well. That was the fresh
Yeah,
out of
it's
McDonald's.
true.
Fresh out of McDonald's, Lawrence.
Fresh out of flipping Big Macs. It's true, man.
Lawrence now has got a whole bunch of attitude, which I'm liking, by the
I'm
way.
here for
I'm
it.
liking it.
So here
I'm
for
loving it. So let's
Yeah.
see what Dillian White does, because when Dillian White sees that, he is going to be pissed off. And he's going to start putting in phone calls, I'm sure of it, wanting to scrap him out on the streets.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I like that fight for Dillian. I don't know. Next, is that a fight that Dillian White should take next? Chaps, anyone in the comments? Who wins that fight? Because Lawrence didn't rip up any trees against Chris Billam-Smith. He lost the fight. And they didn't look great.
Got punched upside down by Chris Billam-Smith. Let's be
I
real.
wouldn't go that far.
Got knocked
He
down
just
3
hugged
times, didn't he?
He hugged a lot. He thought he was in Strictly Come Dancing in the fucking fight.
You
that
fucking love Lawrence Okoli, man. Didn't he? Doesn't he love Lawrence Okoli, this geezer? Fucking hell. Who do you think wins that fight, Sonny? Okoli or White? This White, not White, fucking B-sample Rivas White. This White that just had a war with the soldier. This White.
I was just going to say,
you got Dillian.
I was just going to say 3-4 years ago, I think Dillian, but now, even though I don't know much about Lawrence Okoli at heavyweight, he's still a bit of like, we don't know how good or bad he is at heavyweight, but I do think Lawrence could win that. Yeah, I've got to be honest. I don't know. Dillian looked terrible against Tete. I thought he obviously looked terrible against Fury, but you know, Fury's a tough fight. Franklin, he looked okay. Christian Hammer, we don't know. But yeah, that Tete performance, I think back in 2018, he'd have obliterated Tete. It lasted 2 rounds, but now he looked like he was struggling to me. Yeah,
mate, he was. To be fair, that Tete can take a shot because he landed a couple of clean uppercuts, and I remember one left hook, and he just wobbled a bit, but kept coming forward. But breathing heavy. There's no way the training camp that he'd done for Hammer or the training camp he'd done for Tete is anywhere near the training camp like he did for Tyson Fury and that. Like, he's obviously not taking it that serious. The silk pajamas, he's a multi-millionaire now. But if he gets a proper training camp for Okoli, I mean, he's got a good jab. I mean, I think Dillian White is a little bit underrated. He's got a decent jab. You know, the
underrated for years. But he's beating Joe Parker, mate. He beat Joe Parker, and he did beat Joe Parker.
What is that? Kyra, his whole
hold on a minute.
His whole career is in a little bit of
howdy, partner.
Yeah. Can't look at him the same way now.
Did he have a Texas license when he beat
I don't know.
Joe Parker?
I don't know.
Probably. Don't know.
It's mad how that can go under the radar,
Actually,
isn't it?
Do you know what?
Do you want to read that out? Because it's up on the screen.
Yeah, I was just going to do it. But it was, was Parker before Rivas? Because after the Rivas was when he had a little adverse finding or whatever it was. And after that, I'm pretty sure he was Texas State Commission. I may be wrong
Yeah.
about that, but I'm pretty sure. So anyway, yeah, big up Robert Volkov, your legend. But no one talks about how Usyk feels disrespected and he's pissed at the low blow situation. He even called for it in the ring after Fury. Exactly that, Robert. He called for it after Fury when Dubois was up in his grill. And yeah, big up. You're right. He's probably got a bee in his bonnet about that low blow situation because mugs like Kai, I think it was not a low blow.
Exactly.
I don't. I've seen
That's
so
how
many
they
low.
sell it.
I've seen so many shots since then that have landed in the exact same place. And next
that
time I
Usyk's
see
fault.
one, I'm going to clip it out and I'm going to stick it on here. Actually, I'm going to clip out the next 5. I'm going to do a montage of
Kai,
shots
that doesn't
landed
make
in
it
the same
for,
place.
for Kai. That doesn't mean they're not low blows because they wasn't
Of course
called.
it does.
No,
His belt was too high.
No, Kai. If
That
the
was up by
referee,
his breasts.
it's all Kai. It's all down to the referee's discretion. If the punch or any part of the fist is below the navel, which is the belly button, not any part of the fist. If most of the fist, I think it is below the belly button, it's a low blow. And
How can you know it was though? How
Huh?
does anyone know? Have you got
Because
see-through
you can-
vision? Are you Clark Kent and can see through clothing? No one could see
We
where
can
it
all
landed.
judge where his belly button
Nah,
was. It
you
ain't
can't
up
judge
by
for
his
sure.
fucking neck,
All right,
is
we're
it?
talking about millimeters, all right? Whether it was a low blow or not. Millimeters.
No, we ain't. We're
literally.
talking about most of his fist was
Nah,
underneath the navel.
Turn it in. Fuck's sake.
It is. Do you know what it was?
Anyway,
You know what it was? It's like
Big
it's
up,
like,
Henry.
go on, Henry. What's happening, Sam? I watch all
it's
your
a
content. It's
YouTube
brilliant,
channel,
by the way.
like,
Yeah.
very
Get
good.
over
very
him.
Goes
Get
good.
over and
Steve,
sub
yeah.
to him. He's really, really good. I
He
watched
is
his
mustard.
Whittaker and Cameron video today. Really, really good. Watch that, mate. So thank you for all the time and effort you're taking to doing those videos. Could it be a horrendous watch?
Probably.
It would only be a horrendous watch if Coley decides to do the waltz or the tango with him and starts hugging him and all that. If a Coley has learned how to fight on the inside a little bit, or in any type of way, because he can't fight on the inside, he doesn't throw any shots on the inside. He just grabs and wants to break it and go from range again. But Dillian White's got a good double jab. He's got long levers. Is he going to get jabbed off on the outside by Coley? Probably. Coley's got a bigger reach. I don't know. I don't know. He's had his head jabbed off. I don't know if it is that horrendous to watch. I kind of disagree with you there, Henry, but thanks for the comment.
Henry,
anyway, mate.
I don't. Of any a Coley fight, I've not seen one fight that I've ever enjoyed with a Coley in. I'm not a fan. I'm a fan of him at Glowacki fight. It was about 86 that fight. But look, listen. Good luck to him, what he's done and what he's achieved in the sport. I'm all in on that and like his whole story. And I love all this trash talking he's doing at the moment. But he's saying that Parker don't want to fight, Caballero don't want to fight, Dillian White don't want to fight. So I don't think they want to fight. It's not because they're scared of him, because just like, oh, what a fucking horrible, nasty style. This guy, big long reach, he's got a bit of pop, but it's just all he does is hug. He's either out there in hug. There's nothing to get your teeth into.
You know why you enjoyed that? You enjoyed that Glowacki fight because he didn't hug much in that fight, and we all thought
it was a shame McGuigan at the time.
Yeah, there you go. We all thought, this is the new Coley, and then he went to Sugar Hill, and it all went. to
one thing I will.
It
one
was
thing I
good
will
with
say,
Shane McGuigan for a little bit. I think the Watkins fight as well. There was a couple of things because he's quite good with body shots, and he's Shane McGuigan. But no, he's fucking. I think he's an awful fighter to watch. Just got to be real.
Fair enough.
Henry, anyway.
Listen. Just ending on that. Dillian White is brilliant on the inside. Throws really good hooks to the body, hooks to the head. When they're breaking, if Coley ain't careful, he's going to catch one on the chops. That's how Billam Smith had him over a couple of times, right? With the hooks, if I remember rightly, as they were breaking, caught him with the hook and put him over. So those that think Coley goes in there and batters Dillian White, I don't agree with that. I can't have that.
Undisclosed. Thank you very much. It's very kind of you, mate. Our boy Parker getting, I can't say the word because we get demonetized. Love this in poor form, but what's the consensus on Parker versus Caballero as a placeholder? That's a great fight, isn't it? That is a great fight.
Brilliant fight. I mean, I feel
don't know
sorry.
if either of them should take it. Why would they take that? Either of them.
They stitch each other up, don't they? Really, if they take it, because the loser goes backwards. Yeah.
They're not getting paid for that, and one of them misses out on the life-changing money. So I don't think they would take that fight. Sadly, maybe if Turkey gets involved and they start kissing and making up and figuring out what's going on over there with the Riyadh lot, maybe he sticks it on an
I've got a question. Who do you think AJ has got a better chance of beating, Parker or Caballero?
Parker. I just think Parker. I think he's already done him. I think Caballel's a dark horse of that division. Do you know that? I really do.
I think Parker's much better now. I don't know.
Tough one,
Yeah,
innit?
I'd agree. I agree with John. Parker. It's already beaten him.
Yeah. Them body shots from Caballel are fuckers, isn't they? Cheers, Charlene. We shall. We really appreciate that. That's lovely of you. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, yeah, listen, I'm well excited for Usyk Dubois at Wembley. I really am, and I'm sure it'll be a good undercard. I just, politics-wise, I just thought it should have been Parker. I just thought it should have got rescheduled. Just like I thought Lawrence Okoli shouldn't be moving forward now, getting another fight. He should reschedule with Riakporhe. Do you know what I mean?
I hate it when that. Yeah, exactly.
It's like nothing to see here. They just move on, don't they? It's like, that's a bit of a liberty, really.
And now there's a sneaky part of me that if I all of a sudden see Anthony Joshua fighting Dillian White, then I don't know, did Dillian White have that injury? There's so much fuckery in boxing. Sometimes when real things happen, you don't know whether to believe it or not, but yeah.
See, look, this is why we've got the best viewers and watchers, because they all know their fucking shit, don't you? All you governors. Chris, you're the governor. White's a bigger hooker. Totally agree. Totally agree. He's a better hooker.
I know, but we just don't know what White we're getting these days. He's just not the man he used to be for certain reasons.
This is it. Yeah, man. But let's see, innit? Let's see what I mean. What just quickly going back full circle, I think it's a little bit alarming that Turki Al-Sheikh didn't know that this was going ahead. Then he goes in the comments and says, "Wow, good luck." Like that's mental. That you'd thought his fingers were in all the pies at one time, but now they're not. Now he seems to be over America a lot. He got 2 new ambassadors the other day. I think they're both American.
And you know, there's things going wrong because about a year ago, big up G-Man. About a year ago, when it was all in the thick of this 5 versus 5 and day of reckoning and all that, you see an interview with Frank on TalkSport, and he'd be like, "Oh, yeah, gotta go. I'm having dinner with Turkey later. I've got a call with Turkey later." None of that anymore. You don't hear Frank mention Turkey in the interviews lately. So I think there's definitely some trouble in paradise.
Holding hands. Fucking holding hands, mate. Where's that gone? It's all gone. Tongue.
Yeah, so if this has been done behind Turkey's back, then that's really worrying for us, because we've had a couple of glory years there. And now we could go back to the fucking dark ages.
Oh, honestly, I fear for it. Going back to having a really half decent thing and a shit on the undercard.
Yeah, but
the only saving grace is that Eddie and Frank are working together now. That's the only saving grace.
But he's bought the ring belt. He's invested in Michael Benson's Twitter account. He's got the Ring Magazine YouTube channel. He's invested in boxing, so he's still going to be doing stuff. Surely they're still going to be doing Riyadh cards, maybe just not as much. Wasn't the Riyadh season from like September to April anyway? It was never the summer anyway, was it? I think
they done in June last year the 5 versus 5. That was outside of Riyadh season, I think.
Is that June?
Yeah. If I'm wrong about that, I apologise. But I think that was outside of it. But wasn't Dubois and AJ was in September? That's not part of Riyadh season either, is it? Because in October, that was in September.
Yeah.
See what I mean? So I don't think it really matters as long as they got Riyadh season plastered across, the build up. Then that's all they want. But where's it gone?
It does seem though, since Dana White announced the pay structure for TKO, it's almost.
It's 100% that.
If Turki Al-Sheikh keeps paying this money for these fighters, how is that setup ever going to work with Dana White and TKO? It's just never going to work, is it? So,
but John, you just know that it's a guess, right? But you're just sure of it that Frank has got a little bit upset by Turkey's comments up there saying we need to fix boxing and that Dana White's the only man to do it. Do you know what I mean? So. Yeah, I think it's all gone a bit wrong, gone a bit pear-shaped after that.
Can I really have to quickly say this because it ties into it. Have you seen the price structure for, did I not send it to you boys? Have you seen the pricing for the fight that they're doing in America? I don't know what they're called, the card with Ryan Garcia. Times Square.
card. Yeah.
Have you seen the price structure for that?
$34.99.
So 30 English pound over here for something that's on in America, £34 to watch Canelo against Skull and to watch Ryan Garcia against Romero.
Buy them both, didn't you? Like a double deal. Like a buy
Evan
one, get one
Haney's
free,
fighting Ramirez. Am I the only one? It's like, what the fuck? Pay-per-view should be for 50-50s, best fighting the best, not just good fighters on a card in fights that we all know they're going to win. Bullshit. I thought that's what it weren't about. I'm not happy about the pricing on that. I think it's outrageous. And I thought he was trying to do $20 in America for the zone, but now that's back up to $89. This is the thing, man. Little things slip in here now. What we pay £34. Are you guys paying £34? Fucking outrageous to see Canelo against Skull.
I'm not getting up for it in the first place. I've got no interest in watching Canelo versus Skull. Would I get up for Ryan Garcia and that? Maybe. I'd get up if it was Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney too.
Or Devin Haney v Teofimo. Like them lot, or Garcia v Lopez. Like why are them not fighting each other? But you've got them in against fights that they're the favourite in winning. So what, we're just going to sit and watch a fight? Like, I sort of already know who's going to win this fight. There might be a hiccup, but we more or less know the betting.
I don't know, man. Teofimo versus Teofimo versus
the only fight. That's the only fight. That's the only fight.
Haney versus Jose Ramirez. Yeah, Jose Ramirez is kind of washed up a little bit now.
Ain't happening. Haney wins that.
Rolly ain't going to last 3 rounds in there.
No.
He won't last 3 rounds.
You're paying for the names. You're right. You're paying for the big names, but you're not paying for them to be fighting together, are you? So yeah, no. It's,
so what are we doing here? If this is Turkey shape, what are we doing? Because this is what we didn't want. This is the old model, no?
Well, no. To be fair, this is kind of what he did before. This is what he did.
He's such a drama queen.
I didn't think it was that bad. I've got to be honest, John. I know I can see your argument, but I didn't think it was that bad. I kind of thought it was like the Day of Reckoning, where you had AJ versus Wally, and you had Wilder versus Parker.
How did that work when bloody Parker beats Wilder that night? That should have been AJ and Wilder.
I'm just saying they were trying to prolong it. They were giving you a teaser before the big main event, AJ versus Wilder. It didn't materialize, but the thought was there. You know what I mean?
I don't want the bruschetta. I want the fucking salami pizza. Just give me the main. just give me the main fight.
Yeah, but if it's too stacked, you're going to say it's too stacked.
Oh, shut up.
So you move one of the fucking fighters off.
Read that.
And if you do, damned if you don't. You fucking read it out.
I can't because I've got this screen small. I go, keep up the good work, lads. Thanks. Your content has legitimately reignited my passion for the sport the last few years. Chat boxing non-stop now.
Big yourself up, Mr. Quinn. We really appreciate that. Top man, Quinny.
Top boy. Absolute top banana.
Okay, what do you think of this? So we had all the chat about Moses Atuma versus Parker, Moses Atuma potentially fighting Usyk, Moses Atuma trying to get Mike Tyson's record, and we get Moses Atuma versus Bologden or Bollard, where his fucking name is.
Jimmy Bollard.
Yeah.
Why ain't it on the? Hold on a minute. Oh right, I'm just having a look at it now.
So he was he's an NFL player.
What did you call him? Pollard
or something. Bologden. Bollock.
Right, it's Mike Balogun. His name's Mike Balogun. He's
Mike Balogun.
What's funny about that?
Mike Balogun. Mike Mulligan. Mate, it's not good. But
yeah.
Do you know what they're doing, right? I assume that what they're doing is they've gone, right, we can't get Mike Tyson's record. We don't really want to risk him against Usyk and Parker. We don't really risk him against Parker and that if it's not for a world title. Do you know what? We'll take it really easy now. We'll take it, Mike Bollockton. we'll take it really easy. Let's take him as slow as possible and turn him into the fucking bollocks, Vicky Pollard.
Yeah. I heard him on Talk Sport the other day, and he answered the questions pretty well. You know, he thinks he's got a better skill set than Usyk. I'm like, whoa, all right, calm down a little bit, Moses.
You got to be full of it, though.
Yeah, he said in terms of a skill set, I think I'm the best on the planet. I think I'm better than Usyk, but I haven't had the experience. I haven't been into the later rounds. Yeah, I know he's got to say that, but I was like, just
don't. But don't.
Maybe just don't say anything. Don't say you're better than the best fighter.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. When you're getting asked all these questions, just say,
Just bat it away.
Nah, I love that. Love that. Fair
The thing
play to
is,
him.
Yeah, but
I
if
don't know.
Thingy said that, if a Coley said that, what would you say?
Yeah, but
Coley's
No, but I know,
boring
but
in the ring.
Moses-
You're not going to get this in
Yeah,
your
but he's
head.
got to believe in
A
it.
Toma
What do you
is
mean?
fucking.
Every fighter should believe it, no?
I love a Coley's trash talking. I love it. I love his trash talking. I said
Do
that
ya?
but
before.
But if
Kaya,
he said he was better
to
than
be
Usyk,
fair-
what would you think it was ridiculous?
but every now and then,
Hold on,
Kaya, a
wait.
fighter
Say
comes
that
along.
again. Say that again. Would you say?
I said
Kyle?
if Lawrence Okoli said the same thing that Moses said, fucking hell, do you want me to...
That's what I fucking say to that.
There you go. That's what
Every
happens
now
when
and
people
then,
get
wait,
found out.
Every
They
now
just
and then, a
hide
fighter
behind
comes
memes.
along. Every now and then, a fighter comes along, and he is the bollocks, and he knows it, like a Mayweather sort of fighter. And Moses Tuma, he's the bollocks. I know he ain't been to the top level yet. We don't know. There's questions to be answered, but he is looking like he's going to be the bollocks. And if he wants to say that, good. Muhammad Ali said that. Whatever.
Yeah, but like, do we want to throw? Who do you want to throw Moses in the ring with? So, would you throw Moses in the ring with Hrgovic?
Yes, I would, but I don't blame them for not. I don't blame them for taking it easy.
That's a good fight.
Yeah, it's a good fight. But why
You
don't
wanna do that now?
listen? What about if he goes around the British level then? What if he goes to the TKV and Adelaide winner?
Johnny
It's not
Fisher,
good for them. It's
Alan,
not good for them, but
Fraser
yeah.
Clark.
This is a good one by Richard. Cheers, Richard. Pulev, WBA regular.
Yeah.
No?
Just think he absolutely obliterates Pulev. Like,
Yeah, so do I. Grab the regular, and then you're next in line. You could, and then what? Then he could potentially fight Wardley, winner of Wardley and Miller.
yeah.
What
We
fight
wanted
is this?
big.
What is this on? This the undercard of
No, I think it's a mate. I think he's
Josh
main eventing.
Taylor Eckerman, I think.
Yeah,
sorry.
pretty sure.
So at the end of the day, it's on the undercard. They're getting him out. They're keeping him busy. They can't afford to pay Pulev what he wants or Hrgovic what he wants. It's as simple as that. And they need to keep him busy and get him more fights. So just be good if we knew who the guy was. So there was some sort of, he thought this guy, we could do a bit of a triangle, but we can't, can
It's
we?
Mike Balogun. What do you mean? It's Mike
Do
Balogun.
you know, I see he's like an NFL player or something, fucking American football player.
Was he? No, you're joking.
He got
Sure,
absolutely obliterated by Gassiev in 2 rounds.
Oh, I just looked at that on the box rec. Yeah, that's no good, is it? So you've gone from Dempsey McKean to this. I don't understand that. What's going on?
Well, that's
there?
what I just said. Exactly. Are you fucking asleep or something?
Hey, no, he just reads the comments as you're speaking.
It's a lot to take in. There's a lot of people in it.
Yeah, look, exactly right, Steve. Moses is getting eased into it. Obligatory. That's what she said. Bosh. Yeah. Yeah, so they're taking it really, really, really easy now. And okay, fine. That's fine. But yeah, after this fight, what do they do? Yeah, do they keep on taking it easy or do they throw him in with Pulev? We shall see. Anyway.
That's a good opponent from Jeff Rowe. Cheers, Jeff.
Yeah, Postman Pat, Bosh.
Nice, Bosh. That's not a bad shout. I don't think Huey takes that fight, though.
No, he wants Dillian White, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Does he? Does he? They've sent out the letters because apparently you don't. There's no contract sent.
I just fear, boys and girls, everyone watching and listening. I just fear that Turkey's gone. But you know what? Well, fuck you lot. Maybe the Dubois Usyk thing is going to send him the other way. Gone right. All my money now is going to go with Dana. You lot can just crack on over there, and we're going to crack on over here. If that happens, I fear we go back into the dark ages unless another billionaire comes along with all of his money and saves the day. There's a few Russians out there. They're billionaires, aren't they? The old Russians.
But if you're going to
Yeah,
do
Abramovich involved.
if you're going to do this TKO stuff, I mean, what's going on with that? Like that, nothing's been said or done since then either, is it? Like Dana White's not really come out and said, right, we're going to do this. These are the sort of things we want to do. Blah blah blah. These fighters are interested. These fighters we've signed up. Nothing. It would have been so much better with. I know he's gone for TKO and he's gone for their money. I don't know. Like apparently they're multi-billionaires over there and whatnot. And I understand that, but should have done it with Frank and Eddie. That would have made boxing as good as it ever could have been because they've got the staples.
Yeah, but why is it? Well, hold on, but Eddie's over there in America. Eddie can't think he's much cop over here because he'd be over here. Why is he in America? because he obviously thinks that's where the money is. No, he had a firm grip on the UK market, and then he fucked off over to America. That's what he's investing his time and energy into at the moment, America. So maybe there's more money over there. Maybe, I don't know, they're dark horses over there, and that's where he wants to invest his money.
That's an interesting take. Filthy fix. Yeah, so they're doing it in the long run. They're doing it in the long game, playing the long game.
Oh, yeah. Guys, hit the like button. We never say it. Apparently that helps, doesn't it, with the reach of the...
Apparently that is the number one metric that the algorithms look for, is the likes.
Yeah, so we are 1 hour and 15 minutes in, and...
I know. Yeah, what a bunch of twats. Anyway, right, I think we are coming to the end, but anything...
Hold on.
Anyone wants to talk about?
I've been digged out here, or...
No.
Don't know.
That's a good comment.
Yeah, I know. I just see facts, Johnny B. I thought that's going in.
Everyone in here now, 1,200 people. Smash the like.
Yeah, we got a couple.
Please.
We've got a couple of chats, I think, haven't we?
Yeah, smash the like, people.
That one
really helps us out.
Morris, yes. Cheers from America. Big yourself up, Morris. Y'all keep me entertained at work. Very jealous of you. Costs a kidney here to see Tank get a pit stop mid-match. I know.
Yeah, you lot get fucking...
man. You got stitched up over there, man.
Absolutely get stitched up over there with your...
Yeah.
I can't believe they had the front, what John said earlier, to put it on the same promotion, the same ad. In the UK, it's that. In America, it's that. They didn't even have the fucking decency to separate
I know.
And do one for the Americans, one for the...
Yeah.
Put it on the thing. Same one.
That's
going to go viral.
Money, yeah, in our money, $89.99. What's that? About 65, 70 quid.
70 quid.
Yeah. And in a world where everything's linked now, and it's, you know, the global, and it's like, why is it not the same? Why? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is another one that we missed earlier. Yeah. Fucking
Unbelievable, David. Unbelievable.
I don't know whether Stanionis didn't turn up or whether Boots is that good. I'm a little bit torn between.
He got caught. I thought the fucking commentary was shit for the first couple of rounds. They didn't give any one single fucking compliment to Stanionis. I thought the first couple of rounds, I thought he fought all right. I thought he caught Boots a few times. He caught him, but Boots looked good. He looked brilliant. He's fast, you know. And what I love about Boots is that he's willing to put himself in harm's way to get his shots off and to be that guy. Whereas there's a lot of fighters that have his skills that they're not. Haney, Shako Stevenson and that, they don't want to take the risk. They don't want to get hit. They don't want to take one to land one. But I thought that was brilliant about Boots because he does that. Or is there gaps there that someone can exploit? Someone like Crawford, because they're calling for the Crawford fight.
He's got to go up, and he's wasted down there, isn't he?
We thought he got Norman Jr.
Conor Ben.
That's the fight to make next if he can do it with Brian and whoever the other fella is.
Smash him to pieces. You might as well go up.
He can make the weight. If he can
go up, get a Virgil Ortiz or something like that. Give us something to get our teeth.
Big fights from now on, though, innit? For Boots, just big names. You can't be fighting anyone else. No mandatories. Fuck the mandatories. Chukadesians and all that. We don't need to see him in there with all them type of fighters.
But Eddie Hearn's interview after, he was buzzing because he knew his balls were on the line here. He's invested in, he's gone over to America, he's got boots. He goes, because now we know, that's the performance we've been waiting for. Like, he's in the pound for pound now. I said, no, hold on a minute. Let me just stop this a minute. I've got a thing. He's in the pound for pound now. So who does he beat before Stanionis? Boots. Chakadesian. Avanesian. Who else? Yeah. Who's the big marquee fight before Stanionis?
Chris Van Heerden.
Exactly, right? So then we got Stanionis, and who's Stanionis beat other than Butiev? I rate Stanionis, by the way. I think he's a great fighter. I think he really is a good fighter. For me, that was a test because I rate him. Yeah. But when you put it all together, get the hell out of here, saying he's in any pound for pound rankings. He's got to go in there and beat some legit guys that have got decent resumes.
He's not far off the pound for pounds.
For what? For what?
He's the Ring Magazine unified.
No, don't tell me what he is because I don't believe in all that shit. Like things and that. What who's he beat to say he's in the pound for pound list?
Bit of aggression going on over here. I'm actually quite scared. Look, if the fights are not there, the fights are not there. Do you know what I mean? Like, what can you do?
No. You just didn't answer the question. Then you said it's okay. So who's he beat to be in the pound for pound list?
You've just named off who he beat. Do we have
So
to
you
go
think
through it
that's
again?
good enough? You think that's good enough to be in the pound for
I
pound
said he's
list?
not far off of it.
So you don't then?
If you're doing a top 10, so will you have him at 20?
Don't you think you need to beat some people to go into a pound for pound
All right,
list?
so the 10 that you've got above him, you don't need to reel him off, right? But there's some in there that are a little bit.
He's
why are you doing
just
that face?
going into a corner now, isn't he? Look.
No, I'm just saying you've got 10,
Go on.
your 10, whatever it is, right? From top to bottom. There's got to be one or two in there. You think, shouldn't be in there. Devin Haney not in there, but he was undisputed at 135 pounds, right? He beat Kambosis. Who else did he beat to become undisputed? Lomachenko. He lost the fight, but yeah, he beat him. Yeah, there's a couple of questionable ones in there. I don't think Boots is necessarily 100% stonewall a pound for pounder, but he's not far off.
Just
Not
needs a
far
couple
off.
more fights, mate.
Yeah, needs to go up in my book.
And fight who? Virgil Ortiz.
Yeah,
Oh, could you imagine? That's the fight. That's got
So,
to be.
but who's Virgil Ortiz? Has just beaten Madrimov, and who
Yes.
did he beat before then?
Yeah, but no one's saying he's in the pound for pound, are they?
No, I'm not talking about pound. I'm not talking about pound for pound. I'm just saying if he goes up to Virgil Ortiz, beats Virgil Ortiz, is that better than beating Brian Norman and unifying the titles?
well,
What, beating Virgil Ortiz?
in terms of
Yeah.
credibility amongst fans, yes.
I'm just saying, what do people want in the pound for pound list? Undisputed champions, or is it more down to resume? Like you can fight and beat top fighters, not win a belt. Does that make you a pound for pound? I'm just throwing it out there, having a conversation. Why do you both look so confused?
I don't really care. I just want good fights. And that's a great fight, Boots versus Ortiz. Obviously, Boots versus Crawford would be amazing, but it's not going to happen. So yeah, give us Ortiz. Give us whoever, man, up there.
Getting a super chat in. Thank you, Dis1777. So Kaya gets to Specsavers. I don't know what you mean, but I do wear glasses. So I have been to Specsavers. I'm actually due there again because I think my prescription's getting a bit. It's not as good anymore. There we go. Look, bit of both. Good answer. See, if I want proper answers, I'm going to go to the top bananas in the comments.
Lukey boy.
Melts.
Yeah. Right. Johnny B, am I under the right impression that you got to go in a minute?
Yeah, I have.
Okey
Yeah, I'll
dokey.
go,
Well, we'll have to
Go on,
leave it
keep
there.
going.
Then. No, well, we'll have to.
Wait, go on. Wait there. Let me see. Wait there 1 sec.
Where's he
Any burning topics, Kai? He's going to ask his missus if he can carry on.
Right, let's just go. Has he?
Yeah.
Right, let's just have a look at the news. Let's have a look.
Yeah,
at
let's
the
have a
news.
little listen to the news. Let's have a listen
All
to
right,
the
so-
Messiah news.
Javonte Davis called out by a legendary champion who hasn't fought in 4 years. That's going to be
Right.
Lomachenko, isn't it?
He'll take that fight, probably. Who is it, though?
It's going to be Lomachenko. Yeah, it's Lomachenko.
Oh, right.
He's
He won't take that fight, then.
He's not going to fight Lomachenko.
Nah.
Never in a month for Sundays.
Javonte Davis, get in the bin. You got to fight Lamont Roach, try and right that wrong. And then after that, just if you don't fight Shakur, you got to get in the bin, bruv. You're done. Nobody's interested anymore.
So Amir Khan has watched both Conor Benn and Chris Eubank train, apparently, and he's picked his winner. Who do
Wow.
you think it is?
I don't know. He's a bit of a fence sitter, isn't he? Probably Conor Benn.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't have fucking. You
Drug
didn't
cheats,
even need to be
drug-
prompted.
What was the video? The Eubank video he was going on about, Sonny.
Oh, yeah. No, this is, just so if anyone watched The Zone on the Ground with Conor Benn, and then there was another one for Eubank. Eubank at the end, when he was sitting down with Jonathan Banks was trying to say stuff to him.
Mm.
And I mean this with, I've got the utmost respect for Jonathan Banks, what he's done in his career, but Jonathan Banks was absolutely waffling the most shit I've ever heard. And Eubank was like,
Yeah, I see that.
You see it?
fam. I see
Yeah.
it. I see
Eubank
it.
was just, when you nod at someone, you didn't really hear what they say, but you go, yeah, okay, yeah. It was just that. And I thought, if that's been the same way throughout the whole of camp, you're fucked against Ben.
Yeah, it was metaphors and cliches, and
Oh,
he was
God,
trying
yeah.
to say that.
So I've got it in my hands, and you got to eat it out of your hands. But we take
Yeah.
that uppercut at the right time, all right? But we need them to eat that uppercut, and it's like, what are you on about? I was like, you are fucking losing us here. So yeah,
Oh.
that was it.
I've got something else I want to discuss just real quick. I wanted to get John's take on what Amanda Serrano said in the press conference. Katie Taylor.
What wearing the head guard? She came in about that. What else did she say? They piped up a bit, didn't they?
Yeah, they said she was being really disrespectful.
Being disrespectful. She wore the head guard. What else did she say? That was a couple of weeks ago now, wasn't it? What else did she say? I can't remember, mate.
Okay, let's move on.
What's the question? What did she say in the press conference? Is that your question?
I wanted to know what you thought about all the press conference and the kind of conversations that followed on from that.
Yeah, and hurry up about it because I'm getting fucking bored.
Yeah, I'm bored of you, man. Anyway,
he's still rattled about the booze.
There ain't much else. Sorry, rattled about what?
Don't worry.
Rattled about what?
No way, go on.
Go on. Is there one more, Kai? Go on, one more, and then we'll call it a day, I suppose.
That's it. There ain't much else.
That's it. Okay. Right. Just one word answers. Your prediction for this weekend: Whittaker versus Cameron. We all know Dalton Smith's going to win. So Whittaker versus Cameron. Me, Whittaker points. Johnny.
Cameron stoppage.
Oh. Guy.
I want to say Whittaker point. Cameron late stoppage. Late stoppage in dramatic fashion.
Oh, you went Whittaker earlier in this fucking podcast, didn't you?
No, I said I was tempted to flip flop, but I decided against it because that would just make me a fanny, wouldn't it?
Yes,
So
absolutely.
I don't really want to be a fanny today. And also, happy Easter, everyone. Happy Easter to everybody.
Happy
Yeah.
Easter.
Hope you eat loads of eggs. Are you going to eat an egg, boys?
100%.
Yeah, testament to old
on,
Ben and Eubank next week. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was funny quickly with Whittaker when he got the egg out at the end.
Oh, yeah. That was,
Yeah.
I thought that was
Fair
quite
play.
good. Fair play.
play.
To him.
Yeah,
Right,
I'm going to eat an egg. Go on.
Yeah, thank you everyone for joining us. We love you loads. Thank you for the super chats. It's so kind of you. We really appreciate that, honestly, big time. And yeah, thank you for everyone in the chats in general. And as I said at the start, you probably didn't hear it, whoever's here now. But yes, we are hoping to do a few of these for the Eubank Ben fight next week. And we are hoping to do this on a live watch along for Eubank Ben. That's the sole reason we're here today. This was a trial run and it's gone well. So yes, we shall see you on the next one next week. Do join us. It'll probably be Tuesday. Very likely to be Tuesday. Sees you there. Much love. End stream. Is this ended?
Press the fucking button. It's not ended.